First composed in a Fleabag hotel on 43rd Street in New York City in 1940, following a long journey across the country. And Woody put it away, seemed to forget it for a few years. Then he met Mo Ash, who had him record everything he ever wrote. And Woody wrote the song in response to Irving Berlin's song, God Bless America, which was sung by Kate Smith, some of you may remember it. And it had become the #1 patriotic song during World War II. Woody thought it needed amending. The Berlin song ignored the people on welfare, for example, and Woody's song had a lyric about that, as well as one pointing to the discrepancy between those who owned the land and everyone else. Over time, the punchline changed from God blessed America for me to this land was made for you and me, and the title from God blessed America to this land is my land to this land is your land. Pete Seeger gets credit for spreading it around, Howie Richmond for getting the song without the more controversial stanzas played in school textbooks for $1. When the song was published in Sing Out magazine in 1964, it still didn't have those controversial lyrics, but Rise Up Singing, a songbook published some years ago, does contain them. Arlo tells us that he was shocked to hear the song the first day when he was at school. He was a young kid. My mom drops me off and I'm wondering what's going to happen when I'm told to go to the auditorium where the teacher was getting ready to sing a song. They break into This Land Is Your Land. I was the only kid who didn't know the words. I knew it was my father's song, but I didn't know anyone else knew it. In 1968, Seeger sang the song at a Poor People's Campaign rally when Henry Crow Dog, a Native American, voiced his resentment. This land ain't your land, it belongs to me. Seeger was shaken, but soon figured out how to fix things. He added song or changed some lyrics, so he would sing from time to time lines like, this land is your land, but it once was my land. And later a verse such as the following emerged, before we sold you Manhattan Island, you pushed my nations to the reservation. This land was stole by you from me. Yeah. The song was also adopted for different causes with lines like, the sun was shining, but the hazes hid it. Dylan and Springsteen have performed the song many times with their own interpretations, of course. Dave Marsh, Springsteen's biographer, wrote, Springsteen's interpretation was in the middle between Woody, who wrote it as a Marxist disillusioned with the American fable, and Irving Berlin, who wrote it as a man who had seen his every dream fulfilled. And in one lifetime had moved from the hellish precincts of New York's Lower East Side to Beekman's Place, the shortest, most exclusive street uptown. That was Irving Berlin. Irving Berlin, by the way, probably the most successful American songwriter of all time, was a tremendously anxious person who was terrified that his songs were not going to be liked by anyone, and for years wouldn't even leave his room so that anybody would ever see him. So that's interesting, isn't it? A guy who wrote songs like that, and then Woody comes along and writes this song to amend Irving's song. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream borders. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. clean water. This land was made for you and me. Hey, you know what I mean?
The sun kept shining while I was strolling. Winds waving as the bus was rolling. And the was lifting, roses this land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, river forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. In the shadow of
Oh
me.
no, as I went walking, I think, isn't that one of the next ones? That's right.
Take it out.
Yeah, the two of them.
As I was walking, I saw a sign there. The sign said, "No trespassing." But on the outside, it was nothing. This sign was made for you and me.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. In the shadow of the steeple, I saw my people. By the relief office, I seen my people, and they stood there hungry as I stood there asking, is this land made for you and me? This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. Everybody knew. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can make me turn back. This land was made for you and me. Last time. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Help me call him.